This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
.15, this is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dulmin Samar Singha and read by Niranjan Abesundara. State Minister Aditya Cabral said the government has controlled severe effects on the economy due to the coronavirus pandemic. National policy to develop agriculture will be implemented within 6 months. The cabinet approved to provide relief to electricity consumers. Attorney General declared the Millennium Challenge Corporation Compact to be inconsistent with the Constitution of Sri Lanka. In world news, World Economic Forum reports that epidemics lead the world's biggest short-term risks. Sports news is cricket. India pulls off an astonishing run chase to inflict Australia's first defeat at the Gabba. State Minister Aditya Cabral said the government has been able to control the severe effects on the economy due to the coronavirus pandemic. The State Minister said in Parliament today the economy would be strengthened according to the needs of the country. He said although opposition expect to see a disruption to the country's activities, the government successfully overcame the challenge. Speaking in Parliament today, Minister Prasanna Ranatunga said the government has taken steps to bring down the corona vaccine soon. Minister Mahinda Rajapaksha said the national policy to develop agriculture will be implemented within 6 months. He said that all decisions regarding agriculture will be taken according to this national policy in future. He pointed out that it will provide opportunity to implement one program irrespective of the government in power. The Cabinet Ministers approved to provide relief for the electricity consumers affected due to the COVID-19. The Cabinet Ministers approved a 6-month grace period for payment of accumulated water and electricity bills without any disconnection for domestic, commercial and industrial electricity consumers within areas isolated for more than 14 days continuously in order to settle the electricity bill pertaining to the specific period. Attorney General declared the Millennium Challenge Corporation Compact to be inconsistent with the Constitution of Sri Lanka. According to the coordinating officer of the Attorney General, State Counsel Nishar Jarapna, Attorney General has advised the Secretary of the Parliament Resident on the matter. Attorney General has found the MCC Compact and the Programme Implementation Agreement and Articles of Association of MCA are inconsistent with the written laws and the Constitution. Elections Commission said that they are prepared to conduct the Provincial Council election. Chairman of the Commission, Nimal Punchhewa, mentioned this today to the media while explaining future activities of the Commission. He pointed out the importance of electing public representatives to the Council since the Provincial Council structure is in place at present. He said, taking decisions on Provincial Councils is a part of state policies. Provisions under the Special Goods Act and audit under the Customs Ordinance were debated in Parliament today. Presenting the Act's Minister Banduru Gulabadara said a tax method is needed to protect the producers without causing injustice to the consumers. He said the government hopes to build the national economy and develop the country. The minister said certain products are not imported to protect the farmers. State Minister Shehan Semasinghe said steps have been taken to produce all products that can be manufactured in the country while limiting the importation of non-essential goods. He pointed out it has increased export income of the country. He said a foundation has been laid to create a local economy. MP Dr. Gunapal Ratnasekara said that the government policy is to increase income while protecting the producers and consumers. The government today approved the proposed revised provisions of Penal Code under Section 363 relating to statutory rape. While addressing the weekly cabinet briefing, cabinet spokesman and mass media minister Kelana Bakwala said the penal code under section 363 makes rape a serious offence, and the penal code also provides information on the specific offences that fall under that offence. However, he said there is a contradiction in the law regarding statutory rape. A study conducted by the Sri Lanka Medical Law Association has also pointed out the need to revising the provisions of the penal code relating to statutory rape. The Central Environment Authority has urged Sri Lankan manufacturers to forward the list of environmentally friendly alternative products that can be used instead of polythene and plastic bags. CEA Director Investigations N.S. Gamage said, despite precautionary measures brought by the CEA to stop dumping and use polythene and plastic to the environment, people do not listen to their requests and continue to dump them. The CEA is hopeful that it will be able to introduce environmentally friendly items to the country instead of plastic and polythene that harm not only the environment but also the ocean. A new housing complex will be built in the place of Summit Housing Complex at Capital Mawatha in Colombo 5. The signing of Memorandum of Understanding in connection with the housing complex took place today with the attendance of Minister Janaka Bandarathen Nakon and the Ministry of Public Administration and Local Government. The Summit Housing Complex was built in 1976 on a 12-acre plot of land. It's 175 housing units and 15 bungalows for state officials. Under the new project, 400 housing units will be built on 2 acres and will be handed over to the Ministry of Public Administration. The remaining 10 acres will be utilized for other economic activities. The project is jointly implemented by the Ministry of Public Administration and the Ministry of Urban Development and Housing. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A special discussion on converting local analog television channels to digital technology took place today with the participation of Media Minister Karen Abakumala and Japanese Ambassador in Sri Lanka, Akira Sugiyama, at the Media Ministry. The minister said that 90% of programs has been completed. The Japanese government is expected to provide $162 million at considerable rate of 0.025%. The 86th Ratna Sutra chanting organized the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation takes place this evening from the Gol Boghagoda Durapeshi Paramananda Temple. Ratna Sutra chanting will be held under the guidance of the chief monk of the temple, Hapugala Sivaritero. It will be broadcast at 6:30 p.m. OSLB single commercial service, City FM and regional services. That was the local news.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Police media spokesman D.I. Jarit Rohan has said 18,149 random antigen tests have been conducted in the Western Province from the 21st of December up to now. 203 corona patients have been identified following the tests. After testing 61 at fish markets, 3 infected persons have been found. He said 1,146 persons engaged in business activities, including on the pavements, have been tested and all 3 patients were detected. D.I. Jarit Rohan has said 1,082 drivers of vehicles which transport school children were tested and none of them have been infected with the virus. He said that 10,926 rapid antigen tests and PCR tests were conducted at 11 exit points of the Western Province from the 21st of December. The police media spokesman said 103 patients were found following the tests. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
On to Watchlight, the Labour Ministry has initiated discussions with the relevant stakeholders to limit the current work week to 5 days while maintaining the maximum weekly working hours to 45. Labour Minister Nimal Siripala said discussions are currently underway and there are certain areas of disagreement. He said that to iron out those grey areas and have to come up into an agreement. That came to in Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
The World Economic Forum reports epidemics lead the world's biggest short-term risks. Swiss government urges voters reject burqa ban in March referendum. 134 cars crash as snow hits a Japanese highway. Infectious diseases and livelihood crises led to the rankings of risks expected to pose a critical threat to the world in the next 2 years, according to a survey of about 650 World Economic Forum members from business, government and academia. World Economic Forum said in an annual risk report today, extreme weather and cyber security failure were also key risks. The COVID-19 pandemic has already had a devastating impact on many livelihoods as global lockdowns have led to job losses and business closures. The Swiss government recommended today the voters reject a proposal in the planned 7th March referendum to ban full facial coverings such as burqas and niqab worn by some Muslim women, saying the move would hurt tourism. On Switzerland's system of direct democracy and proposal to change the constitution goes to a popular vote, its supporters raised more than 100,000 signatures. At least 134 cars were involved in a series of crashes in Japan today when a snowstorm struck a stretch of highway and one person was killed and a dozen hurt in the chaos. The government said crashes occurred on the Tohoku Expressway in the northern prefecture of Miyagi at around noon on a stretch of road about 1 kilometer long. Disaster management agencies said some 200 people were caught up in the crash, with 12 of them sent to hospital. And back to the headline to the world news. World Economic Forum reports epidemics lead the world's biggest short-term risks. Swiss government urges voters reject burqa ban in March referendum. 134 cars crash as snow hits a Japanese highway. That was World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development news. The Tourism Development Authority said Sri Lanka will offer the quarantine-free experience to foreign tourists when the country opens its airports this Thursday for commercial flights. According to the SLTDA's published a more relaxed set of safety protocols for visitors, which allows them to explore that island nation with fewer restrictions. The authority said the safety protocols have been approved by the Health Ministry and also streamlined in consultation with the sector stakeholders to ensure a smooth transition to begin operations in the midst of a new normal. On to sports news. It's cricket. India pulled off an astonishing run chase to inflict Australia's first defeat at the Gabba since 1988 to win the 4th test by 3 wickets and take one of the all-time great series. Leading 328, Brisbane record run chase, injury to Hitoris got home with 3 overs to spare. Shubman Gill made 91 and Risbah Pant was unbeaten on 89. They win a series 2-1, keeping the Border Gavaskar they won in Australia 2 years ago. It's perhaps one of the finest Test series wins by any away side, especially given the list of players unavailable to India by the time the final match was played. That included captain and talisman Virat Kohli and a host of fast bowlers and first-choice spin pair Robert Chandran, Ashwin and Ravindra Jadeja. Tennis news. 2 Australian Open tennis players have tested positive for COVID-19 after arriving to the city of Melbourne amid growing controversy over the event. A third case involved a non-playing participant, according to the State of Victoria's Chief Health Officer. Some 1,200 people, including players, staff and officials, have flown into Australia for the tournament, which begins on the 8th of February. But a row over quarantine rules has cast shadow over the upcoming event. Some players have expressed frustration about being confined to hotel rooms full-time, while other rivals are not. That was sports news, and on to business news. Selingco Life has retained its title as the world's finance best life insurer in Sri Lanka in 2020. Bestowed on the company for a record 7th consecutive year, World Finance Global Assurance Award recognizes Selingco Life as an organization that is committed to continuously improve its overall processes, efficiency and relationships to serve customers better. The accolade is based on an assessment of multiple aspects of operational performances by a UK-based international magazine that analyzes financial industry, international businesses and the global economy. That was Business News. Economic News, courtesy of
Business deals now easy. It just takes few taps only. Anytime, get it done, all connected. Best discounts with real time. LOLC Real Time. Now download LOLC Finance Real Time app for your LOLC savings account. Attractive interest rates, transactions anytime, anywhere with a zero cost and no benefits.
Equity analysts have joined economists to caution against the possible fallout of overdoing monetary policy easing, as it could be a recipe for sparking inflation, leading to overheating the economy. Analysts at First Capital Research said that all-time high central banks liquidity, which is typically referred to as money printing, could lead to excessive levels of money supply and thereby cause demand-driven inflationary pressures with recovery of the economic activities. That is Economic News.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
When will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
On to the weather. Met Department said showers will occur at times in the northern, north central, eastern, central and over provinces. Fairly heavy falls, about 50 millimeters can be expected some places in the northern, eastern and north central provinces. Short thunder shower will occur in several places in the western Sabaraga province and in the God and Mathura district and Kurunegala district. Fairly heavy falls, about 75 millimeters can be expected some places in the Sabaragama province and in the God and Mathura districts. That was the weather report, and back to the headlines of the news. State Minister Aditimar Cabral said the government has controlled severe effects on the economy due to the coronavirus pandemic. The national policy to develop agriculture will be implemented within 6 months. The cabinet approved to provide relief to the electricity consumers. Attorney General declares the Millennium Challenge Cooperation Compact to be inconsistent with the Constitution of Sri Lanka. In world news, World Economic Forum reports that epidemics lead the world's biggest short-term risks. Sports news cricket. India pulls off an astonishing run chase to inflict Australia's first defeat at the Gabba.